What is going on? What is going on, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the Turnbuckle Times podcast.
Let's frickin' go, baby. First off, got a little wreck everyone and leave shirt. Got a little Undisputed Era hat.
Oh, a little something new. Little something new for the Raymer man.
Everybody knows that I am a Adam Cole fan. So technically, I'm still Bebe tonight. Just, in a different fashion.
Just a little bye-bye.
Just a little bye-bye.
I don't hate it.
You don't hate it?
It looks nice, man. It looks nice. I told you before we came on. It's a good look. It's a nice little ensemble. So, all right. Without getting, as always, I'm still rocking my Orange Cassidy. We are going to do something kind of fun, and you guys kind of got a little geeked up for it. It seemed like is that we're going to do the top 10 most underutilized wrestlers. Now, I want to clarify because I want to see what you think with this, Adam. Because I thought about this as I was doing it. Is it could also be like the way I did the list could be different from the way you did it. But the way I looked at it was, I might put someone on the list who was really underutilized in a promotion, and they may be massive stars somewhere else. Yeah. You know what I mean? But when they went, maybe they went to WWE, maybe they went to AEW, maybe they've been to TNA, and they flopped. They didn't know how to use them there. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I've kind of that's kind of how I've looked at the list. I don't know if that's how you did.
I did the same, but I mean, my list is honestly, AEW hasn't been around long enough for me to do this. So most of my people are from the WWE era. I mean,
so I'll say
you might have some that are different, or WCW.
Yeah, I mean it's going to be a little interesting to see. Dude, you just want to jump in? You just want to go at it? Because we got 20 people, and I have no clue who's on your list. You have no clue who's on mine. Let's have some fun, dude.
We can have fun. This is going to be cool. I mean, the last couple we've done has been really fun, but this is a topic that a lot of people talk about. Just people that are underutilized in wrestling, and yeah, I mean, I think it's gonna be cool tonight. Might not be an hour, might be an hour. Hell, I don't know. Depends on how many rabbit holes we go down. I'm ready.
I almost hit it early.
I'm ready. I'll do my number 10 if you're ready.
Okay, you're gonna do yours. Okay, so we got something fun for you guys now. A new video. You ready?
Hit it.
Okay, so we're looking at number 10.
Number 10 on my list is the one and only. You ready? Damian Sandow.
I like it. I like that one.
Here's the thing with him. If you don't know who he is, you can Google him. But this man won the Money in the Bank contract and is one of few to lose it and not cash in and win. The guy could cut a promo like nobody else. His in-ring ability was, I would say, pretty good. He's not AJ Styles by any means.
Right.
But I loved when he was paired with The Miz. And, yeah, when he was paired with The Miz, or even when he did gimmicks and he copied other people, you know what I mean? Like how he played other people and did them. I think he was more underutilized as an in-ring performer, and people didn't take to him as well. I don't know why, though. I really don't know why.
I don't know. I mean, I like the pick.
Yeah.
I think it's like pretty well known that he seemed to be pretty underutilized.
Yeah.
The interesting fact for me is that when he left, he seems to still be underutilized. I'm not entirely sure where he is. I know he ended up in Impact for a little while.
I don't even know if he's in wrestling anymore, to be honest.
But yeah, I think I may have completely spaced, but did you say he was the first Money in the Bank winner to not win when he cashed in?
I don't know if he was the first. Well, he came after Baron Corbin came after that.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm not mistaken, that's the only two to ever do it, right?
I believe so, man. I mean, it's been very, very few.
Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think, like I said, he actually could be higher on some people's list, honestly. Maybe not in somebody's list, but I just think his mic skills were great. And his in-ring performance was good. He just never. Why let that man win a Money in the Bank contract match and not? Not cash in and win. It's just crazy.
Well, he literally made chicken salad out of chicken shit every single time.
Yeah.
Everything they gave him.
Yeah.
He was amazing in.
Yeah.
I don't know why Vince, and you're going to catch a theme. I think you're going to catch a theme that it's Vince underutilizing people most of the time.
Yeah.
And not knowing what the hell to do with them.
Yeah. All right.
I like that pick, man.
You ready?
It's a strong first pick.
It's a strong first pick. You ready?
I'm ready, dude. Sorry, I'm vibing to the music. My number 10, fairly recent. You're going to catch a vibe with mine that I've seen happen. Some are recent ones. So number 10 for me is Ruby Soho. I like what I have seen since she's come on. I like what I've been able to work with, what she's done. I like the pop she gets. I like everything that's been going on for her since she made the transition to AEW.
Yeah.
I think that she's done a really good job. I think she settled in. She's immediately come in and she literally main evented Grand Slam.
Yeah.
Literally main evented Grand Slam with Britt Baker. And I thought she should have won. I don't think it would have hurt Britt Baker at all. I think it would have been a really solid thing to see. I like it. I think it would have worked really well.
Her promo with her and Britt the other night were great. They were great. She did, honestly, she's an honorable mention for me. So she's not in my top 10. She was right there for me to put. I've got some other people in mind that are probably going to be a little, not shocking, but that she probably could have taken the place of somebody. But you're right. She's going to thrive in AEW.
Mm-hmm. I really do. I really think she's going. When she got released, I think we had a discussion on air that it felt like it was going to be a very, very good pickup. It felt right for her to go to AEW. That she could go and do a really good job there, and I think she has.
She's done a great job so far. Obviously, she didn't win, but
and y'all notice too, really quickly, I'm going to try to pop some pictures. So my brother watches this. My nephews watch this, and they mentioned to us that they really liked tail end of our last one that we popped pictures of people because they didn't know who they were. So I'm going to try my best. It's probably not going to happen every time because it's difficult and it's not easy to plan. So
yeah.
Y'all may see them occasionally. Y'all saw them at 10. You may not see them again until like 1 and 2.
All right. I like it. I mean, it's just a betting, man. She's going to go on. If she stays in AEW, stays healthy, she's going to thrive there. Yeah. The women's division in AEW is really,
got a big bump.
Really, really going to be strong, I think, in the next probably year.
I mean, not to go on a tangent because, I'm an AEW guy. Britt Baker, Jade Cargill, Ruby Soho.
What?
Shakira, what's her name?
Yeah. Let's just go to Chris Statlander.
I'm sorry, I forgot.
Jamie Hayter.
Ty Conti.
Yeah. I mean,
they're deep, dude. They're deep. I'm impressed with the women's division. But all right, so on to number 9 for you.
Hit my music.
Pop the video.
Let's see if Steven has my number 9 pick in his top 10.
Uh-oh.
And it is Mustafa Ali.
Oh, I love me some Mustafa.
Okay.
Not in my top 10, though.
Good. I like that. Because
I don't like honorable mentions, by the way.
Wow. This guy, thank God the retribution thing's over with him. Because I hated it. I'm sorry. I did not like it. Have you ever heard him when he can actually cut a promo that is worth cutting? He's really freaking good, dude. Like, really stinking good on the mic.
Yeah.
2, he is, in my mind, athletically one of the most gifted guys there in that promotion.
I believe it.
He's Ricochet-esque. Just if you've watched him the last couple of weeks, and I know he's fighting with Mansoor and all this, and he's low to mid card, but he sells shit too. I don't know if you guys have watched last week, but I can't remember if it was Garza or somebody threw him into a ring post outside, and the way he sold it was insane. But here's the thing with him too. I think he can play a heel and a face just as well. It doesn't matter what role you give him. He's going to play both sides well. Never really been in the picture for anything. Ever.
No.
0
For those
times.
in the know, I will say something about him, though. So, was it 2 years ago? When was Kofi Mania?
A couple years
2
ago.
years?
It was before COVID.
Yeah, 2 years ago, Kofi Mania. That was Mustafa. That was his spot.
That was his spot.
He was supposed to be Kofi's spot was his in the gauntlet match. The storyline, I believe, was his. But Randy Orton stomped him in the face.
Yes.
Crushed his orbital bone, whatever it was, and took him out of the match.
Yes.
And what happens. Kofi Mania explodes.
Yep.
Ali goes away.
Love Kofi.
Love Kofi, yeah.
Love Kofi.
Anyway. I like that pick. Surprisingly, he didn't make mine. I do like him a lot. I'm a big fan.
You're not obviously not that big of a fan, or you would have put him in this.
Well, I hate his stuff now. I hate what they've done with him.
Yeah, I know, it's horrible.
He was fun. Another fun fact for him is that he was one of 2 to potentially get off of 205 Live.
Yeah.
And actually go to one of the main shows. It was him and it may have been Neville at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Got off of it. And then potentially, I can't remember, Buddy Murphy did too.
Real quick, if anybody's in here watching and you have some people, throw it in the comments. We'll get to it probably towards the end of the show.
Yeah.
Underutilized wrestlers, whoever you think. Throw them in there and we'll pop them up and talk them over. So, all right, you ready? You ready for your number 9?
I'm ready, dude. Hit it. Okay, so my number 9. So, like I said, I take it differently. Okay. I looked at this differently. I think some people are going to be a little bit surprised by my number 9. I'm putting Christian Cage.
Okay.
I'm doing this because if you think of him on the grandest stage, right?
Are you putting him in as Christian?
Yeah, I'll put him in as. I put him in Christian Cage because that's what he's known now. But Christian, if you think about the fact that he is a Hall of Famer in TNA, multiple-time world title holder. Mm-hmm. If AEW has a Hall of Fame one day, he'll probably go in that. He's a main eventer there, and he could never really truthfully. Yes, he had a run with the world title. He lost it the next night. He had a little promo with Randy Orton, and it didn't go anywhere beyond that. He never got above intercontinental level, Yeah. And I feel like if you look across the board for him, when he went other places, his talent proved that he could have. And like I said in the beginning, a lot of this is going to be me taking shots at Vince McMahon. on how he handles people, because a lot of people on my list are people who are either currently mishandled in WWE or have been mishandled in WWE, or were who massive somewhere else, went to WWE and they didn't know what the hell to do with them. Like that you're going to get a lot of that from me tonight, and he's one of them, because you just look at his body of work outside of it, and it's insane. There's no way in my mind you can fathom why he couldn't have been a main event level talent in WWE. So I think Vince underutilized him.
He had a run.
He had a run where he won the title with Edge's help, lost it the next night, and then battled over 3 months going back and forth with Randy Orton. And then once he lost it for good, he was done. He had no more runs on the main event level.
Yeah. I mean, I don't hate it. I would have never thought of him.
I know. This is why this one's fun, dude. This is why this one's a lot of fun.
I didn't think of him, honestly. I mean, I just never would have. Because I go back to him. It's weird to think. When I think of Christian, I don't think of him as a singles competitor. I think of him with the Brood or with him and Edge as a tag team.
Yeah.
Now, when he left WWE, went to TNA, and now in AEW, totally different story, obviously. But in WWE, I think of him more as a tag team guy with Edge, not solo. Edge, you can say Edge's name and you can think Solo, you can think Rated RKO, you can think The Brood, you can think Edge and Christian.
But Edge was given the opportunity.
He was.
And he ran with it. And he ran with it all the way till he's still running today.
Who's to say, like we've talked about this before, who's to say if Christian wouldn't have got that chance and Edge didn't, if the roles are reversed, what happens? Maybe Edge is a 12, 13 time WWE champion and Edge is over in AEW.
Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting thing. So what draws it's the constant conversation, at least in this one. What draws, like I said, what draws Vince McMahon or the head person, what gets their attention to say, that's somebody I'm going to push?
Yeah.
So he's on mine, man. He's on mine. So we're to number 8 now. And you'll notice the pictures are going to wane for a second, because I'm going to pop pictures for people I think you may not know.
Hit my music. Okay. Number 8. Shelton Benjamin.
Now, I knew you were putting him on. You told me. I didn't know where, though.
Yeah. Shelton Benjamin. Freakishly good athlete. I'm going to tell you the one reason he's underutilized. It's his mic skills. Not good on the mic.
Yeah.
But inside the ring, to this day, can hang with anybody. I mean, the guy was a collegiate wrestler.
Yeah.
When you think Shelton Benjamin, what do you think? Do you think him and Charlie Haas with the world's greatest tag team? Do you think of him by himself?
You want my honest opinion?
Yeah.
I think of 2 things when I think of Shelton Benjamin. I think of him running up the ladder at WrestleMania when it was laid down and jumping off of it. And I think of him getting super kicked in the face from Shawn Michaels.
Eric Beer,
and I love that, but that's one of the first things I think of.
Yeah. Eric Beer, shout out, pure wrestler, Shelton Benjamin. He is a pure in-ring. He doesn't need a mic to express how good of a talent that man is.
Right.
And he's older now. You know what I mean? He's in his 40s, and he can still do it.
Still looks good.
I mean, you haven't seen him, but I just thought of him because there was a time, probably, I'm going to say, in the 2007 to 10 range, somewhere in there, that he kind of did get a little push. And everybody, it wasn't Kofi Mania push, but I thought for a second, I'm like, here we go. Now you're going to get him going, and nothing. I mean, I think he's won intercontinental titles, tag titles. I'm pretty positive.
He recently won the tag title.
Yeah, I'm pretty positive, though, he has never won a major title.
That is the tiniest picture, apparently, that I found of him.
Huh.
Yeah. Sorry.
Thanks. Way to go.
Trying to find one.
Yeah. Attaboy.
It looks great on here.
Attaboy. But, again, just a pure in-ring performer that I think for the past... I bet he's been in wrestling 20 years or close to it. Guaranteed.
It's been a while.
It has been a while.
I mean, he came on with Kurt, like he was part of that whole Kurt Angle part, you know?
Look at Sage. All I see are goats. Sage,
I love it, Sage.
I love you, brother. I appreciate
you, man.
I appreciate you. Appreciate you jumping on.
Yeah, there's a better one for those who don't know who Shelton Benjamin is.
Yeah, that's better. The man hasn't changed in 20 years. He's like
no,
Sam.
Dude. He still looks almost. I'm looking at pictures of him as I'm trying to pop him.
Mm-hmm.
And dude, outside of the fact that occasionally he had silver or gold hair,
yeah,
he looks exactly the same.
The man is like Sam Elliott.
He's like, what's his name, dude? What's his name? You know who I'm talking about.
Hold on a second. Supersonic, it's about time. We haven't seen you in 3 weeks.
I'm not going to find you, but I'm disappointed in you.
Yeah, I'm not going to find you. I am finding Justin, though, because he's not in here.
He's not here yet, unless he's in. Is he hosting another one tonight? I don't know.
He might be. He might be on another one tonight. So, anyway, I mean, I don't know if he's on your list or not.
He is not. He's not.
But
I'm going to give a spoiler alert, dude. I think we're not going to have a lot of crossover because there was as we started talking about this the other day, there's so many.
Yes, there is a lot.
I'm loving my next one.
Hey, we appreciate you, the Gambling God. Wrestling pods that are enjoyable. We try to be.
Appreciate that, man.
We try to be.
It's all about enjoyability.
We'll be glad to have you on too. By the way, he said, "Oh my God, I can jump on sometime."
Here's the thing with us.
Here's the thing with us, guys. We don't try to get a bunch of old wrestlers and guests and all that. If you know us, we say this all the time. We're just two dudes that talk bullshit and talk wrestling and give us freaking opinions. If you want to learn, if you want to hear more about the shows that happen and all that, you do need to go check out our TBT 10 counts, though.
Yeah, there you go, Sage. One of the best wrestling podcasts in the world.
You're the
Thanks,
man.
Sage. He may be jumping off now.
Yeah, you're good, dude. You're good, dude. We appreciate you. Supersonic.
I'm ready for my next one, dude.
Supersonic through Star as part of watch parties on Twitch the past 3 weeks. You're good. You're totally good,
Supersonic. Dude. Hit up Adam because we are trying to actually put our stuff on Twitch and we have no freaking clue what to do. So hit him up some way and see if you can't help him out.
Supersonic too. You need to hit one of us up or the Turnbuckle Times page up because you got free merch coming, dude. We actually selected you like 3 weeks ago. We couldn't get a hold of you. So hit us up somehow on Twitter. And so we can get your shirt size, or you tell us what kind of shirt you want. We're going to go ahead and get that for you.
All right, let's hit my music, man. Hit my music.
Hit your music.
Okay, I'm not even going to dilly because we're on 8 and we're 24 minutes in. I'm just going to say it. I'm just going to pop it and say it. It's Braun Strowman.
Wow. Okay.
Think about this. This is how I look at it. Okay. How many title reigns does Braun Strowman have? One.
Is it one?
One, I believe. Who was the most destructive force over about a 1.5 year period?
Braun Strowman.
Braun Strowman. Who was one of the most over wrestlers in WWE during that period?
Braun Strowman.
Braun Strowman. And who never got, in that period, got the title put on him?
I'm gonna go ahead and take a
stab at it.
Take a guess and say Braun Strowman.
No, wrong. Alexa Bliss. No, no, it's Braun Strowman. Think about how over he was.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't do it. Vince wouldn't for some reason. And then when he finally did give it to him, He took it off of him pretty quickly. Yep. And we all said he was not going to he was not going to get another title reign. And then what happens? They release him.
Yeah.
They release him. Eric _Beers. You would think he had the look that Vince loved.
Yes.
And he wasn't horrible on the mic. But you do think they cut him for a reason.
Yep.
And
it was not money. I'm sorry.
He was so over.
I'm sorry. It was not money.
It wasn't money. It wasn't money. If it was money, they would have probably figured something out. But he was so over.
By the way, 2 things on him. 1, have you seen him lately? Because he is in great shape. The best shape I've ever seen him in.
He looks good, dude.
2, he is dating Raquel Gonzalez.
Yeah, he did you hear him come out and say it's time for them to put her on the main roster?
Yeah.
I think she'd be good. Today.
I think she'd be good if Vince knows.
She made my top 10 finishers.
Yeah, if Vince would learn how to use wrestlers when he moves them up. By the way, I've not watched NXT 2.0 yet, but I have heard really good things. I've watched slivers.
Shawn Michaels is running it.
Well, since Triple H had his mild heart infarction.
Yeah, which also kind of, not to get off on a tangent, but kind of throws in the face what we thought, which was Triple H wasn't going to be running it. But it sounds like my guess is he's running it and then quickly running it by Vince McMahon. Daddy-in-law. Daddy, is this okay?
You got to run it by your daddy.
No, Daddy, no. All right. Okay. But I got him, dude. I mean, because I couldn't think of a wrestler. And I know people are like, well, he won a world title.
I don't hate it.
Dude, he should have had multiple title reigns. He should have won it earlier. Dude, he won tag titles with a kid at WrestleMania.
He did.
He should have. He was. It was all bad, and then they cut him. So that's my number 8.
I'm shocked, but I don't mind it.
Yeah, it makes sense.
It does.
That one's for you, Brody.
Hit my freaking music.
Hit your music.
Yeah. Get the pictures ready. Get the pictures ready. You know why? Because you can bask in my glory. Keith Lee. Number 7. He's not number 8. Steven forgot to change this, but I'll change it. He should be higher on my list. But when I get down further to my list, you guys will realize why I put him a little bit higher. Steven's going to hate me because there is no way, guys, that everybody that's listening, there is no way that Keith Lee is not in Steven's top 10. I'm sorry. He's going to be in Steven's top 10. But this man, hold on a second, real quick. Hi, daughter. I know you're in your room and you're in there, but I love you. Dude, I don't know what to say about him because for a big man, I'm talking big man, he's not like Braun Strowman. He's shorter and chubby.
Don't say chubby. He's fat.
He's okay, fine. He's fat. Is the shit that man can do in a ring for his size is unparalleled. Unfreaking paralleled. The man in NXT was pushed heavily. There's going to be a system here shortly. When people move up from NXT to main rosters, what happens, Steven? 9 times out of 10.
They don't know what the hell they're doing.
Exactly. They under fucking utilize him. He is the perfect example. Like, I really wanted to put him higher. I really did. And I got a feeling for some reason he's going to be higher on your list.
Well, because I love Keith Lee.
I know, and you do, but
hey, I want to take a second as you're talking about him, okay? We've popped the picture, right? I've popped the picture for all the world to see. But what you're saying, I feel like there's a need for this.
Okay.
So I want to show this really quickly. There's no sound because we've yet to figure out how to work that, but it doesn't need sound. You just have to see this, okay? So watch and learn.
Yeah.
This is just a bad little video of Keith Lee. Watch what he does. When you're talking athletic ability,
yeah,
the dude weighs 300 plus pounds. Watch. I mean, for those who are listening, it was a monkey flip in which he landed on his feet.
Yeah.
And that's not even half of it. The dude does swanton bombs. He does suicide dives. He does Hurricane Ranas, Frankenstein. Yep. He does everything. Mm-hmm. He's ridiculous. Now, he's a little bigger than I think he used to be. Mm-hmm. But the dude almost died 6 months ago.
I don't know right now.
I'm not getting into it right now because you're right. He is higher on my list.
He is higher on your list. I knew he would be. That's why I kind of put him where it was. But yeah, dude, I mean, he's decent on the mic. I don't think he's great. He's not horrible, but he's not like, oh my God. I hated when he came up and they changed his ring attire. They changed his music. I can't stand it. It's almost Karrion Kross almost made my list.
Literally. A little early. They got to change.
That's exactly why. I got to see how it pans out. But if in the next 3 months that man isn't just squashing people and challenging for something, meaning a U.S. title or any kind of, he's gonna be useless as well. But I put Keith Lee number 7.
Yeah, I'm not gonna talk too much because he is higher on my list.
You want me to hit your music?
And we'll get there. Well, trust me. The flames are coming at my thoughts about Keith Lee. Okay, they're coming.
You want me to hit your music?
Hit my music. Okay. I thought long and hard about this one, and I moved him up and down, but he was always in my top 10. John Morrison.
Ooh, that is a good one.
John freaking Morrison, a.k.a. Johnny Nitro, a.k.a. Johnny Impact, a.k.a. Johnny Menudo. I say all those.
A.k.a.
He's been world title holders in every other promotion except for WWE, where he is the drip king.
A.k.a. Johnny Drip Drip.
I mean, I'm looking. I wanted to get this right, so I'm pulling this up, right? Mm-hmm. So in WWE, right, he's been a one-time ECW world title, 3-time Intercontinental, 4-time tag, right?
Yeah.
Everywhere else, let's clarify. Everywhere else, Lucha Underground, 1-time world title holder, AAA, 1-time AAA Mega, 1-time Impact. I mean, it's insane. He's been great everywhere, and he's so underrated with his skills. And he's just a freaking, he's a fucking goofball right now. And it's because Vince doesn't know what to do with him. Mm-hmm. And he looks exactly the same he did 10 years ago. The guy is otherworldly. Now his finisher sucks. I'm just going to say that. It couldn't hurt my 2-year-old.
It's cool.
It looks great.
Mm-hmm. It's cool.
It looks great. It's like one of those GG cupcakes. They look great, but they're not that good.
Did not even think of him, but that is a good one, dude. That really
hell yeah, it's a good one.
Is a good one because
that's a good meatball.
His again in-ring ability is great. Tough Enough 1 winner, if I'm not mistaken, or 2
I
maybe?
believe so, yeah. No, not 1. 1 was Maven.
One was Maven, so 2?
1 was Maven.
So been around for a long time. Still in phenomenal shape today.
He looks exactly the same. That's like 10 years ago, you guys. The picture, if you guys are looking at it.
Yeah. He does look exactly the same, dude.
It's also been the same pose for the last 15 years, too.
Yeah. But, dude, that's a good pick.
On your list, on your honorable mentions?
No. Wasn't even thought of.
I know. I thought of him. So I had my list earlier today.
Yeah.
And then I kind of pondered on it because there was like 4 that I knew I was going to put on there. And then I was trying to fill out kind of some of the rest.
Yeah.
And he was one that just kind of kept popping in my head because of everything he's done everywhere else. Like it's not like he's gone somewhere else and been okay. He's gone somewhere else and he's been the guy everywhere else.
Yeah. I like it.
I like
it a lot. Hit my music.
I dig it. Okay, switch it to 6 and I'll hit your music.
All right. Switch to 6. Steven, you knew this was coming. It is the only female on my list.
I purposely, now I want to say before you say anything else, I 100% agree. I purposely left her off because me and you had talked, and I knew she was going to be on both of our lists pretty high.
Yeah. I actually debated moving her further. First,
further up or further down?
Down towards number 1.
Ooh, it's a good one, dude.
But first off, when she got that 3-week, I think it was about 3-week push leading up to Money in the Bank. First of all, I have loved her since she's been here. I loved her with Ruby when they were the Riot Squad. Loved it.
Great faction too.
Great faction. Sarah Logan was just okay with me. Second of all,
Sarah Logan was talented. She made a lot of lists we looked at.
Yeah. Second of all, there's another woman that I'm gonna. I almost put Naomi in. I did not put Naomi in. She's an.
I thought you were putting her in.
I was going to, but I put her in as an honorable mention. First and second, Liv Morgan's beautiful, but when she got that push, the world got to see how good she was in the ring.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
She is by far, I think, in my opinion, a top 5 female talent in WWE right now. Right now.
That I'm sitting here thinking.
Shoot on me all you want.
I'm just sitting here.
And I'll tell you,
Charlotte, Becky, Sasha, Bailey. Are we talking active? Would you not count
you can
Bailey?
Throw Bailey in there.
Bailey's
Look, Steven, I'm not going to count the women because you can throw women above her, right? You can just name people currently.
She is as talented as anyone on
exactly my point. Like if she got the push she needed in Supersonic threw in a comment, let me guess, Liv Morgan. I think they guessed that before we threw it up there. But yeah, you're right. If she got the chance to actually do something, the fans would get behind her 100%. Heel or face, because she can play both. She can play both. I like her better as a face, honestly, just because.
Yeah.
I just don't think she's had the chance to prove. She's still young, so she has time. But as we're doing this right now, I just feel that it broke my heart almost when she didn't win Money in the Bank.
Well, we talked about it. We talked about it on this show.
Yes.
That we thought they were built. I remember when she came out the first time, and me and you were talking on here and said, I think they're building. She's going to fight her way in, and she's going to win.
Yes.
And it didn't happen, and she's just tumbled back down now.
Why?
And I think it was such a missed opportunity.
Why build her up so much for that match to not have her win?
I'm going to tell you this. Somebody, I can't remember who it was.
The person that won, sorry to interrupt you, but the person that won was freaking Nikki ASH.
Yeah.
I would have rather Liv or Naomi or Asuka. I mean, somebody else than that win, but that's neither here nor there. But go ahead and say what you're going to say.
Well, I was going to say is I think it's probably CM Punk who said it because he shoots on WWE all the time. But I feel like he said something recently along the lines of him they have the ability to treat their fans like they're idiots because they have such a built-in fan base. The WWE does.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why they do these things.
Yeah. Yeah. You want where are we at? Number 6. You ready? Can't hear you.
Sorry, she walked in. I'm ready. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about when I say mine's a little different. Okay. You know what I mean? It's a touch different on what I think because I'm looking at the overall aspect of it. I'm going to have a little run here. I got Malachi Black. Okay. I got Malachi Black because, in my opinion, the way he's being booked in AEW proves to me without a shadow of a doubt that he could have done the same thing inside a WWE ring. He's booked so dominant and he's so skilled. You know, he's so talented. Mm-hmm. And they had not size, but gimmick, stuff like that. He could have been kind of the next like dark dude, like Undertaker-esque. Mm-hmm. And they don't know what to do. They had no clue what to do. And then you hear the stories coming out saying he pitched all these ideas and Vince didn't know what to do. Mm-hmm. And he's so dominant. Dude, he's the heel. And for anybody, you'll get my AEW recap like always on Friday. Mm-hmm. For anybody who's watched Grand Slam, he's the heel. And they booed Cody Rhodes mercilessly and cheered Malachi because that's how good he is.
Yeah. Well, I'm just going to go ahead and say it. He's my number 5.
Okay, here. Because you're next anyway.
Yeah. And I had him as Aleister Black, not Malachi Black. I had him as his WWE name. All I'm going to say is one thing is Vince McMahon shit the bed with him. Totally shit the bed with him. The man doesn't even need to cut a promo because the way he is, like you said, in AEW right now, he doesn't have to even talk. Just the character itself, the way he is in the ring, he doesn't even need to cut a promo. And
no, he doesn't. And he's great on the mic still.
Yeah.
You know he's reminiscent of? I don't want to toss it out lightly because I know he's on your list, but the ability to sell this gimmick is Undertaker / Bray Wyatt-esque. I mean, look at the picture, dude. The guy looks like he's out of freaking Willow.
Yeah. I mean,
it's a great entrance too, by the way.
Well, it's, you know what? I actually liked his entrance in WWE too. I actually like the music better in WWE versus what he has now. I like the entrance itself better with him now than it was in WWE.
Yeah.
But yeah, he like I said, all I can really say is that Vince McMahon and the WWE creative shit the bed with him. What's Supersonic throw up here? Malachi Black is by far a great heel, but everyone thinks Cody Rhodes is the heel while Cody is the baby. Yeah.
I'll tell you what though. I'm hearing birdies.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
The birdies are saying that Cody's turning. And if you rewatch that match, by the way, I'll talk about this on my show on the TBT 10. There's some good hints in there that's going to happen.
Yeah.
I just hope they don't turn Malachi too. He's such a good like anti-hero.
Yeah, I don't think they will. I think they'll leave him heel. All right, I'm gonna hit music because I know your number 5 is obviously different than mine. So you ready?
Yeah, let me. Yeah. There we go. Okay, my number 5. It's gonna continue with the recent trend, you guys.
Oh God.
You ready?
Yeah, hit it.
My number 5, God's chosen champion, the best man. It's Miro.
Yeah.
Because you can tell me they booked him strong in the beginning, and they did, dude.
Yeah.
Undefeated, and then they let Cena squash him at WrestleMania, and he ended up in the League of Nations by the end. He got Rusev Day over.
Yep.
They had no clue what to do with him, and he is built, yet again, in my opinion, he is being built in such a way in AEW that he's undefeated. He's 14-0. I'm a little worried about next week on what's going to happen with that because it's Sammy Guevara. Mm-hmm. But, dude, and y'all know, like Miro's top 3 for me top 3 or 4 favorite wrestlers right now anyway. If I could run into him in Nashville, I would fanboy out. But he's been booked in such a strong way.
Yeah. Not in my top 10, was an honorable mention. So
I mean, he is. You
know why I didn't put him in? I purposely didn't put him in like you did with Morgan because I knew you would. Exactly.
Yeah. Did you think? Let me ask, higher or lower? Did you think he'd be higher or lower?
I thought he'd be more towards the 10-ish range for you, like the 10 to 8 range.
It'll make sense when you start seeing my follows, and then we will. Hey, here, we got about. We're going to kind of start to try to.
We're going to start moving these around.
We're going to mention some of our honorable mentions. I'm kind of excited about some of them too.
Yeah.
But you ready for your we're on to number 4, right?
Yeah. Hit it.
Okay, let me get over to there.
I debated
Who you got, buddy?
I debated putting this guy higher, honestly. You ready?
Hit me with it.
Dolph Ziggler.
It's a very strong one.
Dolph Ziggler.
That's a very, very strong one.
Top 3 guy in WWE on the mic.
Yeah.
Top 10 guy in wrestling in the WWE as an in-ring performer. I mean, for God's sake, the man is in the Hall of Fame at Kent State for collegiate wrestling.
I'll give it to you.
The way he can sell a match. He gets a lot of criticism for copying Shawn Michaels, but he is Shawn Michaels-esque in the ring.
Yeah.
He did hold the title, I think, twice. He's won titles.
Your daughter apparently really agrees with this one.
She's just throwing comments in there to get her name mentioned on our podcast. Or she thinks he's cute, one of the two. I honestly was going to put him 2. I almost put him 2 for me. If you think of him overall and what he's done, first of all, he was in the Spirit Squad when the Spirit Squad came around. He is the only one to come out of that to be successful.
Hey, but you want to hear something else? Fun fact about him? When you talk about where he started, think about what his gimmick was right before the Spirit Squad. What was he?
Hold on a second.
He was saddled with probably one of the worst possible gimmicks.
I don't remember this.
He was when they repackaged Chavo Guerrero to Kermit White.
Oh, yes.
He was his caddy.
I forgot about that, dude. Holy moly. Yeah, he's had some bad gimmicks.
He's had some really bad gimmicks.
I love him as Ziggler.
The picture you guys are seeing, that's probably, he's got the title on. That was him at his best. The show off. It's fantastic.
Now he's with Robert Roode, which I love Robert Roode.
Yeah. He's just kind of middling, though.
I mean, he's just, and he's, what's funny is he's actually older. I think he's in his 40s now. But just a guy that I think Vince didn't screw him over because he did have a couple of good runs. But I think for how athletic he is, what he can do inside the ring, he should have held more championships and been higher on cards than what he has been for the past 10 years.
Do you think, let me ask you this, do you think the fact that he won the title, right? And then he got that concussion, that very severe concussion, and they had to take the title off of him. Do you think that Vince no longer trusted him to stay healthy? Because that's always been a big thing you hear.
Yeah.
Is he's got to trust you to stay, unless you're Brock Lesnar and wrestling 8 matches a year.
Yeah.
He's got to trust your ability to stay healthy. And when you win the title and then you get hurt, he no longer trusts that ability.
Yeah.
Because he's a smaller guy too, and Vince doesn't like small guys outside of Shawn Michaels.
Vince doesn't like small guys or fat guys.
Nope. Outside of Shawn Michaels and Yokozuna. Yeah, that's right. I tossed out Yoko. I like that pick. I like that pick. He's not on mine because we don't talk about these, but there are certain ones we know are going to make the other person's list, so we don't put them on there.
Yeah. All right. You ready?
I'm ready, dude. Okay, so my next one, I'm not going to lie. He got tossed around for me quite a bit on where I was going to put him at. I had him at one point as high as 1, but it's Finn Balor. And dude, he is a great example of exactly what we were discussing with Dolph Ziggler. And that's why I brought that up to you. People will forget he was the very first Universal Champion.
Had to relinquish.
And he had to relinquish. He beat who did he beat in the first match? That gauntlet. I can't remember who he beat. But then he went and he beat Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns at his height as a babyface. And then he went and he beat Seth Rollins at SummerSlam. But he dislocated he tore up his shoulder really bad, labrum. And he was out for like a year, had to relinquish. And he's never reached anywhere near those heights again outside of right now. You will hear me. You guys don't get to hear me talk a lot about WWE. But I will go ahead and let everybody know that in my humble opinion, I believe that he should win this Sunday. Because I don't think you can hurt Roman Reigns, but you could easily elevate him. And he's the demon. It's the demon, man. It's the Demon King. He doesn't lose. But he's so great. I love his finisher. I think it's so unique.
Yeah.
And it's so different.
Honorable mention for me. Honorable mention. I have a lot of honorable mentions. I
got 6.
Yeah, I've got. Actually, I have 6 as well.
My honorable mentions are kind of interesting when we get to those, but
yeah, I've got.
He's number 4 on my list, man. I mean, he's so talented.
He's very talented. Been around.
I just don't know
what
to do with him.
Been along for a round. He great in NXT. Obviously,
they put him back in NXT, and all he did was win the title again. Yeah, exactly. He's one of the longest. Until Adam Cole, he was one of the longest reigning NXT champions.
Yep.
Dude came back to NXT and broke his jaw trying to win the title.
Did I just hear you say Adam Cole, baby?
If you make Adam Cole on this list,
he's not on this list.
I don't know what I would do.
He's not on
because I don't know if he's underrated or underutilized.
No, he's not.
He only carried the NXT title for like 2 years.
But I'm switching to number 3, and you can hit my damn music.
Okay. Okay, fine.
Getting down to the nitty gritty here, brother. And
we are.
You're gonna love this pick. I know you are. It's Cesaro.
Not on my list.
But you're gonna love the pick.
I don't hate it.
How many world titles has he won?
Dude, we talked about this. If you had not told me this earlier, I would never guessed it. It's 0.
It's 0. He is pound for pound the strongest man in WWE. Supersonic threw up a comment real quick. I got a lot of honorable mentions. Yeah, so do we.
It's a tough list.
It is a tough list. This is probably the hardest one we've done. Honestly.
Could have been top 20, but we would have been on here for 2 hours.
Yeah. Speaking of that, we need to wrap it up. We need to get through these. But, I mean, there's not much to say about Cesaro except if you ever watched him in the ring. I don't think he's great on the mic. But he had that push with, I thought they were going to – at one point, I thought they were going to let him win and beat Reigns. I really did. It was kind of before the bloodline thing, it was happening. They pushed him hard, and then he kind of had the feud with Rollins, which was great. I never see him the man got his teeth knocked out. He wears a freaking mouth guard now.
That's the great Khali in that picture, by the way.
Yeah. Swinging him.
With
the great Khali.
Well, I mean, not with ease, but.
So, I mean, I don't really know what else to say, brother, except for it's Cesaro's my number 3 pick.
It's a strong number 3. I like it. He's not on mine.
Okay.
But I like that pick. Go ahead and hit my music. Okay. My number 3, y'all shouldn't be surprised. It's Kevin Owens. Mm-hmm. The dude is working commentary right now. The dude is probably piecing out of WWE come January 2022 because he's tired. He's tired of being jerked around. Yes, he carried the title. He carried the Universal title for almost a year. I don't care. Mm-hmm. I don't care. We've seen behind the scenes footage. Vince does not like him. I joke it's because he's fat. I think that has something to do with it. But Vince does not like him. Mm-hmm. We've seen behind the scenes footage of Vince telling him the matches were not good. Mm-hmm. And I think he's one of the most athletic wrestlers. I love his everyman gimmick that he's had since he's come back. I love that he uses the stunner. Mm-hmm. I think he's fantastic on the mic. He's going to go somewhere, and I don't know if it's AEW or where it's going to be, but he's going to go somewhere when he leaves, and he's going to be ridiculous yet again because they have just royally fucked up quite again, and they're going to lose him. And they're going to lose Sami Zayn, by the way.
Yeah.
You got anything to say about him?
No, I don't. Hit my music.
He's chunker.
Except that I love Kevin Owens, and everything you said's correct. I think he's going to be. I think he's going to be in Ring of Honor Impact.
I would love him in Impact, dude. We could try to go watch the taping and see him.
Yeah. Hit the music. Hit the number 2. Okay, good. You did. All right.
I already hit it.
I'm just going to put it up there and let you look at it.
Okay. Can I please tell the backstory behind this really quickly?
Yeah, go ahead.
We were sitting at our office talking about this list, and we're kind of sitting there, and I'm sitting in the chair in front of Adam's desk, and I'm like, man, we're kind of running names off, trying not to give the names we're going to say. And I'm like, man, you know who's really underutilized? Jake the Snake. And Adam goes, you motherfucker. So I knew he was on his list. I thought he was higher. I think you changed it because I thought he was.
Yeah, I did. Well, I did it for a reason.
It's an awesome, awesome pick.
The man did not win not a world heavyweight title, a title.
Did he even compete for titles?
I don't know. But all I know is he had 0 titles, and the man invented the DDT.
Yeah.
Literally invented a move. The DDT.
Dude, he is... I mean, the thing with it is... I mean, he's so known. Like, everybody knows who he is.
Yes.
And for those who don't, for those who are confused, such as my nephews, who have no clue who he probably is. Mm-hmm. That is why this video is taking quite a little bit longer, because I want to make sure y'all know who he is. And yes, that is a real snake.
That's a real python.
That's Jake the Snake Roberts.
Yes. I put him there because
that's a great pick.
When I researched this and I found out that he won 0 titles.
Not even like a tag title?
Nothing. 0 titles, bro.
He was supposed to win.
Jake the Snake didn't win a title in decades.
He was supposed to win it again. He was going to work a premiere with Ultimate Warrior until they fired his ass.
Yeah.
He hated Ultimate Warrior for that.
I think a lot of, you know what they said about Jake the Snake? They said that he was great in the back. He was probably high off his mind because, he did like to do drugs.
Speaking of that, if you've not seen The Resurrection of Jake the Snake,
it's great.
Take about an hour. You'll cry. Dude, it's so amazing. Yeah. It makes you love DDP so much.
So I knew you thought I was going to put him probably 6, 7, 8, somewhere in there. And I
honest to God thought he was number 1. I really thought you were going to put him number 1.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay.
He would have been high on my list.
I'm hitting it. You ready?
Hit it. That's all. It's Keith Lee. You knew he was going to be high on my list.
I was waiting for it.
You were thinking it might be a little too high.
Mm-hmm.
Keith Lee is fantastic on the mic.
Mm-hmm.
He has a look that is different from everybody, and he has athleticism that is different from everybody, and Vince has no clue what to do with it. Triple H, honest to God, struggled with it at NXT a little bit till he found his groove.
Yeah.
The dude got turned in. We should have known. You should have known. He got rejected by WWE 3 separate times when he tried out. They said no. Dusty Rhodes is responsible for basking his glory because Dusty Rhodes told him, "I just want to bask in your glory."
Yeah.
And that was his thing. That was his gimmick.
I can see it on the marquee. Seth Rollins.
Keith Lee. I mean, he's so, and then you call him up, and I know people will say, that he was going to get a push, and he was, and he got COVID, and he had the heart issue, and he's been off TV because of that, but he's still off TV, and he's healthy. And even before that, they didn't know what to do with him. They booked him strongly coming out. But then they have no clue. I've said it. I think him and his soon-to-be wife are going to leave.
Yeah,
I do.
Yeah. And I don't necessarily think he goes to AEW. Here's the thing: all these guys that are leaving, they can't all go there, dude. I mean, it's going to be overpopulated. So,
speaking of that, did you hear what? Who was it? Someone said that they feel like that. It was JR. JR said he feels like AEW's roster is as deep as WWE's during the Attitude Era.
Yeah, it's probably true.
It's deep. There's just not enough time.
Yeah.
But no, Keith Lee. I struggled wanting to see if I was going to put him 1, but I'm really excited about my number 1.
Okay. Hit my music. I'll get my number 1. Again, I'm going to just put this up there for you. It's Bray Wyatt. For me. Now, he did win some titles. Vince McMahon, literally, again, I'm going to repeat this, shit the bed. Not once, not twice, but 3 times with a character of Bray Wyatt / The Fiend. The Fiend, I've said this before, me and Steven have talked about it. The Fiend could have been the next Undertaker in WWE and went on a 30-year run with that damn character. Guaranteed, 100%, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Perfect picture, Steven.
I know, dude. Did that not pop up great?
Mm-hmm.
Here's my thing. Can I? You say The Fiend. Fuck that. Bray Wyatt, the cult of the Wyatt family, could have been the next Undertaker.
Yes.
And run that gimmick for years.
And they ran every one of them into the ground. I thought the Bray Wyatt character was it was just awesome. Even though obviously he wasn't a face, he was a heel. And I like both faces and heels just because people only cheer for face and boo heel. That's not
my favorite wrestler right now is Miro, and he is definitely. And Britt Baker's a heel. We've talked about that.
Yeah, my favorite wrestler is Adam Cole. He's a heel now. He's always been a heel. He was semi-good sometimes, but I don't know what else to say about him except for, my God, Vince, you let a diamond in the rough, I think, go. A diamond in the rough
is going to AEW. Like that's already been linked.
Yeah,
he's supposed to show up. I think. Didn't we say? Is it potentially Friday?
I think it's potentially Friday. I was waiting
because is that in Rochester, New York? That's Brody Lee's hometown.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see Friday.
Dude, he's so talented, man. I know we've gone over a little bit, but I gotta talk on him for a second because he is probably creatively one of the top 5 minds in wrestling ever. And part of the reason I think he's gone is he was so protective of the Fiend character that he would not let anybody have input, and he didn't want anybody screwing with it.
Yeah.
I mean, it was so good. Like you said, the Wyatt family was fantastic. When he was just Bray Wyatt, any one of those three characters he could have run with for years.
Yes.
And Vince wouldn't let it happen.
Fun fact.
Randy Orton, Vince squashed him with Undertaker, Seth Rollins,
Roman Reigns,
Goldberg. Got me all fired up, man.
Fun fact, his dad is Erwin R. Shyster, IRS.
Fun fact, his brother
is Bo Dallas.
Who could have made the list.
Yeah. Was not a honorable mention for me, though. Anyway, all right, you ready?
I'm ready. I think I'm going to surprise some people with mine.
I'm anxious for this.
Trying to make sure I've got his. Yeah, there we go. I think I'm going to surprise some people.
Uh-oh.
Okay. I have Ricochet.
Oh. Okay.
The guy is probably the best high flyer next. And I would say he's one of the best high flyers in history next to Jeff Hardy. We joke all the time. We used to joke all the time. He should have been dead probably 5 times, 10 times probably. I think what holds him back is his mic skills. But they had an opportunity with him to at minimum showcase him when he fought, what was it, like Crown Jewel or something like that against Brock Lesnar, and Brock suplexed him 10 times and squashed him in 3 minutes. And that's about it. I don't know about y'all where you guys sit with it as a fan, but I can tell you guys, personally speaking, when he was shown in the crowd at NXT, right? When he showed up at NXT, I lost my stuff. Like, I was like, holy crap. Because I, honest to God, too, though, I didn't think he'd ever end up in WWE because I thought his style was too risky.
Yeah.
And Vince wouldn't want that. But he's here now, and you're consistent. Like, he has, like, look at the picture, dude. I'm not going to lie. He's got a great look.
Yeah, he does.
And he's super, like, his style is so what did we say? Like, the oh crap moment of, like, the freaking pandemic era was the crossbody, like, 20 feet on John Morrison.
Yeah.
And he's just middling around. Like, give him an Intercontinental title. Give him a U.S. title again. Build him up. I don't expect him to be at WWE, but I don't expect him to not be making shows and being on Main Event.
Yeah. Honorable mention.
He's my number one. I think he's so underutilized.
Honorable mention for me.
Well, everybody knows I love me some Ricochet. So.
Yeah. Hey, real quick, I'm gonna give you my 6 honorable mentions. I'm just gonna name them. Okay, you ready? Zack Ryder.
Woo woo woo.
Ricochet.
Love it.
Miro.
Like it.
Finn Balor.
Love it.
Ruby Soho or Ruby.
Very nice. Very similar.
And here's one that you're not gonna think of. Ember Moon.
We discussed her.
Yeah,
I like that one.
Ember Moon.
You got some females on there.
I did.
You want to hear mine?
Yep.
I got 6 of them.
Okay.
Owen Hart.
Good one.
Cody Rhodes in WWE.
Very good one.
EC3 in WWE.
Oh yeah, that's a really good one because he was
so talented in TNA.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna like this one, Chris Jericho in WCW.
Good one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sonya Deville.
Ooh, that is a good one.
I think she has such a unique look and such a unique skill set. I love watching her. I'm excited to see her get back in the ring.
Yep.
And this is like a controversial one, I feel like. RVD in WWE. He had the one title, got caught for marijuana, and that was that. When you compare him to what he had in what he was in ECW, he never held a candle to it in WWE. Never came close. You hear with him. I'm not going to go on a tangent because we're an hour and 10, but you hear Paul Heyman say he's probably one of the most talented wrestlers he's ever seen.
Yeah.
And he had a great look. But, I mean, and, one of the other honorable mention for me, like with Cody Rhodes, like I want to make sure people understand he was so misused in WWE. Stardust. That's all I got to say. Look it up.
Stardust.
Keep talking for a second. Forget look it up. I will show you a picture here at the end.
I'm actually shocked. I'm not shocked, but I like your honorable mentions. I think the one on your list that I like out of all of those was Cody Rhodes. I really do think that.
Very, very underrated. And all he did, like, I know he is where he is now in AEW.
Yeah.
People don't like him, but dude went out and had like dream match after dream match after dream match.
Yep.
Joined the Bullet Club. Like, he was like the guy when he left.
He was like
that people were hunting for.
He was like
and all Vince
indie
did.
Guy.
Yeah. Like, he fought everybody and anybody. And all Vince did really quickly was turn him into this.
That's
brother. Cody Rhodes, you guys.
That was dumb.
I think we ended on that.
Hold on, before you ended on that, Supersonic threw in some honorable mentions.
Holy shit, I'm so shocked. Did Asuka come out number one Supersonic?
Asuka, Naomi, Mandy Rose, Evan Bourne. That's a good one. Zack Ryder and Goldust. That is a good one.
Goldust is interesting.
He's good. I like him as, I like him.
I'm liking his top three. I'm liking the top three there. Yeah. Asuka, Naomi, and Mandy Rose. Because they're all very, very talented. Naomi, I think, is getting ready to get her push.
Yeah, she's going to go
the bloodline. Mandy Rose is doing great things in NXT.
Yeah. Hit him with Asuka. Hit him with it, Steven. Hit him with it.
All right, so you guys know, if you like what you hear.
Actually, hold on. I'm going to interrupt you real quick. Steven cannot go to this, but on October the 4th, Raw is coming to Nashville, which is where we live, close to where we live. We're 20 minutes. I will be there. So,
I will not. It's my daughter's birthday.
It's his daughter's birthday. That's the only reason Steven can't go, because it's his daughter's birthday. But if anybody that listens, watches, is going to go, hit me up. I'd like to meet up with, just say hi. And
he will be with my brother and two of my nephews.
We will be. We're sitting pretty close. We're not on the floor part, but we're right behind the floor part in the second row. So we're going to be in the corner turnbuckle where Randy Orton does his little patenting thing. Right.
Y'all figured that out today, yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, I just want to shout that out. If anybody's going to go to Nashville on October 4th, hit me up.
Okay, so if you like what you hear and you like what you see, please, you guys, rate, review, subscribe, share. Go to the YouTube channel. We're driving you guys that way. We're going to do another giveaway at 100 subscribers. Yep. We bulked up a little bit. Oh, your mom made it in. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt it. She gets to come in for her favorite part. If you like it, do those things. And if you don't, in the immortal words of CM Punk, tell them what they can do, Adam.
You want me to do it?
That.
The fuck out of here. We're out.